You're listening to Heather's Do Vegas. Join your go-to gal for all things celebrity gossip, reality TV reviews, fashion tips, and of course, all of the inside scoop on Sin City.
Hey babes, welcome back to Heather's Do Vegas, the glittery little corner of the internet where we spill tea hotter than the Vegas pavement in August and sip it with more style than a Bravo reunion couch. Yes, I'm your host, Heather Ashley, longtime Las Vegan, pop culture detective, and the only woman who can make Sassy, the pug intern, sign an NDA. That's right. And yes, Sassy is in the studio today. She's looking fierce in her fall sweater. It's a little orange number that says Pumpkin Spice CEO. I'm hoping we can get matching ones, quite frankly. It's super cute. But listen, if you hear her bark, it's wrap it up for one bark. Two barks is spill more tea, girl. All right. So keep your ear to the ground here. All right, today we're in full on fall mode, you guys. We're talking haunted houses, Oktoberfest, bratwurst, some pop culture drama it's juicier than a pumpkin spice latte with extra whip. Yeah, Sassy wrote that line. Okay, first things first, we can talk. We got to talk about this. It bothers me every single time, so I got to get this off my chest. All right, grocery store shopping in October. Yeah, it's a problem for me. I'm going to tell you why. All right, especially if you're going into particularly like Whole Foods or a Trader Joe's. I mean, it's like pumpkin spice Disney on crack. Every aisle is like carb loaded. It's pumpkin spice this and icing and baked goods, and I mean, just everything that is so hard for me to resist. It's crazy. It just drives me nuts. I mean, between the cookies, candles, muffin, dip, dog treats, it's just too much. I mean, I have to sprint through the store like I'm on that show, Supermarket Sweep, in Louis Vuittons, if I had a pair. If I stop and I look at any of these items, my cart will be full and I will be a full-on jack-o'-lantern by the 31st. So I just had to unload on that. I had to unload. Sassy judges, but you know, she's not wrong. She's not wrong. Now on to the tea. Yeah. Okay, right. Tea heard around the world. Nicole Kidman, kind of America's sweetheart these days. And Keith Urban, officially done. I mean, like done, right? Like one day they're separated. Day two, she's it's full on divorce. They have everything figured out. All the separation, custody. Yeah, collective gasp of country pop culture everywhere. I'm excited though to see our girl Nick out on the dating scene, quite frankly. I am. I'm excited. I can't wait to see. I really would like to see her with someone totally opposite of Keith Urban. I've had my fill of the frosted tip shag. I mean, no shade. I just had my fill. And it sounds like she had her fill too. So I'd love to see her with someone really kind of gruff. Yeah, like just real manly gruff that's not shaking his hips or strumming a guitar. That's just my personal opinion. That's what I like to see. All right, speaking of heartbreak, our girl, Cyndi Lauper, she's so unusual. Cyndi, okay, this was my first, dare I say, yes, I did. I said it. Tape. It's out there for the world. Our girl Cyndi is on her farewell tour, and she's doing it in style, you guys. She's had some icons come up for her last show to sing duets with her, which I'm so jealous. She had Cher and John Legend. So cool. What a way to go out. I can say though, I did see Cyndi in concert in Vegas some years ago. She was just, I mean, what a doll, like so much energy. What a treasure she is. Moving on to not a treasure. Diddy, P. Diddy, his sentencing is on Friday. That's going to miss this episode until next week. So interested to see what's going to happen there. I'm hearing prosecutors are asking for 11 years, that he be sentenced to 11 years for these crimes. TMZ was reporting that they predict it's probably going to be more like 2 or 3 years. But look, I mean, that's shorter than a lot of housewife marriages. So Diddy, it'll go like that. I'm telling you. Okay. could always write some songs. I mean, there's definitely ways to be productive in the clink. Definitely. Oh, correction to last week's episode. You guys, I completely blanked out on Amanda from Summer House's husband's name. Okay, it is Kyle, not Carl. Like I said, I haven't been watching Summer House lately because they're off season right now. But anyway, it sounds like Kyle and Amanda will be on that Summer House spinoff called In the City. And I wanted to revisit the show Wife Swap. We're starting to see some promos for it on Bravo, and it's coming up here quick this month. I'm excited. Wife Swap Real Housewives edition. And I thought to myself, if I were to do a wife swap with a real housewife, who would I want to swap with me? And so I thought, here's my top 3. 1, for sure, Erica Jane. She's not married anymore, or I think actually maybe she's technically married, but you know that story. I just want to like walk in the Erica Jane proverbial shoes for a day, a weekend, slip into some of those boots. I want to put on the wig, maybe one of those costumes, shake it up and down Melrose. That would be awesome. Okay, choice 2, Melissa Gorga from Jersey. I had to pick someone from Jersey because Jersey has kind of always been my favorite of the franchises. I always thought Melissa and Joe were the most adorable couple. They're so cute. They always just seem so in love and want to walk in her shoes too for a day. 3rd, I had to pick Alexia from Miami. Sass girl, I'm spilling the tea. I'm spilling. I'm getting there. Okay. I got to cover the pop culture. Okay. Calm down. Alexia from Miami. One, hey, who doesn't want to go to Miami? And you know, I need to get my nails done at her Alexia and Frankie salon. Yeah, I think that's a solid top 3 choices. You guys tell me what you think. Switching gears, let's get back into some Bravo. Let's cover this week's episodes here. You guys, Salt Lake. Let's start with Salt Lake. I went hard on them last week, and not going to be letting up too much, but just a little bit. This week, our big focus is on Lisa's redemption dismissal luncheon, which I thought was pretty weak. She got her poster boards together. I had high hopes that she was going to come back real strong with some of these arguments. But you know what I was mostly distracted by? Bronwyn's face. Okay, you guys, I'm telling you. Okay, I noticed something the last few weeks because Bronwyn was on Watch What Happens Live. I hardly recognized her. And I'm like, is it her hair? Is it the makeup? Because she kind of had like this wet hair situation going on. And then I'm watching the episode, and then I'm seeing her in the episode, and then they're going back to the confessional, and then the episode. And it's almost like a before and after. She had something done. She had to have had something done. It's probably out there. I just haven't stalked her accounts to know what it is. But let me just tell you, that face is tight. That is a tight face, yo. I mean, you could bounce a quarter off that skin. It's so tight. I could see my reflection from Vegas to Salt Lake City. That's how tight that skin is. But you know what? I'm not hating. There is no hate in those comments because, you know, mama needs a tight face too. And my day is coming. So Bronwyn girl, I'm coming for you on the tight face. So you just hold tight. Heather Ashley's on her way. Another one we got to get into, you guys. I mean, this is like the sleeper, non-sleeper of Salt Lake City. I need more screen time with this Jared Osman. I do. How many main characters are there? Was there like six snowflakes? He's like the 7th snowflake on Salt Lake. I mean, we hear more about this man. He is talked about, I swear, multiple times in every episode. Do you hear Sassy? Do you hear her? She keeps asking for Jared. Jared Osman, where are you? Do I have to go down and see Donnie over at Harrah's again? I've already seen the man show twice. I got to go see him a 3rd time and be like, where's your cousin? I need to see Jared. I need to get him on the pod. We need to talk. I need to know what's going on. Maybe there's someone here in town you want to date. I have an eyebrow lady. I have a lash lady. I have a hair lady. I got a man and a pet. I mean, I got options for you here, Jared. You know, if that's what brings you to Heather's Do Vegas for an interview, I'll hook you up. I will hook you up because I need to know more about this man. Mary, let's talk about Mary too. So we always like Mary's like unique little quirkiness, but she's gone over the edge with it. It's just way too much. Too much of a good thing. Let's just say it's too much of a good thing. I liked like some of her like little one-offs here and there, but now she's leaned into it so hard that she's just become this character of herself. It's a turnoff. I'm going to tell you, it's a turnoff when they realize what their little niche is and then they play that full tilt and that's all they're about. And we see it. We know what they're doing. It's not charming anymore. Not charming. And there's another one I'm going to mention on the OC who's doing the same thing. Actually, it's two of them. So yeah, let's transition. Let's get into the OC. All right, Gretchen, our girl Gretchen Christine and Tammy Sue. The fight is hotter than a Vegas summer. Yes, hashtag we're Team Gretchen. If you're following Instagram, you'll see I was so excited. I came across the picture that I have with me and Gretchen from an event that I had her host years ago, probably back in like 2011 when she was first on the OC Housewives. And she came out with Slade. They were so great, so professional, so nice. Probably the nicest celebs that I had ever hired and worked with. I'm just going to be Team Gretchen all the way. I want to get into Shannon. Shannon is having the weirdest season. I don't know what's going to happen to her. I'd like to see her take a break. I'd like to see her take a season off or just be like a friend of and really kind of regroup and get her mojo back because she is just not herself. I'm not liking it. I'm not not a huge Shannon fan. If she were to retire, I wouldn't necessarily miss her. And especially back to that point about housewives overproducing themselves and finding this like little shtick that they'd like to do. She wants to play into this like sort of Lucille Ball bumbling, accidental moron kind of where she's falling all the time. She packs blenders and pots and pans for a 48-hour trip. And it's just, it's dumb. And Emily's another one, girl, with the espresso martini. Enough. I think I mentioned this, and if I haven't, I'm going to mention it now and 2 or 3 more times that I swear Emily's coming out with some kind of like a martini mix. And she might as well at this point. I'm going to call her up and be like, girl, you want to partner up because you're the spokeswoman for espresso martinis. She's going to come out with some like kind of skinny girl version of espresso martini. I see it happening. I do. Miami, the Miami ladies, they are heading into their reunion this week. So we will cover that next week, but I am hearing Andy Cohen promising a bombshell on the reunion. I want to speculate. I want to feel like it's Julia. This has been Julia's season. I have been saying that, you guys, from the get, that this is her season. I guarantee you Julia's going to be right next to Andy. I feel like she's going to just drive it home with some kind of bombshell at the reunion. Okay, let's take a little break and we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Sassy you can find.
This episode of Heather's Do Vegas is proudly sponsored by Valley Girl Shop. Valley Girl Shop isn't just a brand, it's a whole vibe. Founded by a true San Fernando Valley native, Valley Girl celebrates the bold, confident spirit of Valley girls everywhere, from the Las Vegas Valley to Phoenix and LA. At Valley Girl Shop, you'll find more than just trendy clothes. You'll discover a full lifestyle. We're talking fun, expressive apparel, statement-making tumblers, sleek yoga mats, and must-have weekender tote bags that take you from brunch to beach in style. Whether you're repping your city or just living life with flair, Valley Girl has you covered. So wherever you are, poolside in Vegas, desert chic in Phoenix, or cruising the LA scene, embrace your inner Valley Girl. Let our collections inspire you to live boldly, dress confidently, and celebrate your unique vibe every day. Shop now at valleygirlshop.com. That's valleygirlshop.com.
Hey babes, grab your stein and your spirit fingers because I have a very special guest today. He is the official head of security for Heather Stu Vegas HQ, which mostly means he yells at delivery drivers, makes sure Sassy the Pug doesn't unionize, very important. And he's also my occasional videographer, location scout, and man about town extraordinaire. Please welcome Sid.
What's going, guys? Happy to be here.
Speak into the mic.
First timer on the camera, usually behind it.
He's usually behind the scenes. That is true, folks. So he has braved being in the background, and he's front and center. So we do have a little background music. Apologize for that, but we're just gonna yell right over it because we got a lot to talk about. All right. Okay, Mason, I've got to ask you. With October, I'm doing all of this Halloween themed events, fun things to do, and you got to go check out an Oktoberfest event downtown. I'm super jealous. I did not go, but you did with some friends. Give us the dish. What was it like?
Yeah, it was a good time. It was basically like a block party. I believe it was like the weekend before or after they basically shut down all of Fremont Street, and they just had like a big old stage at the very end. At the beginning, when you enter, you're able to walk in, pick up your ticket that you purchased online, or you could have just purchased it there. But you're able to pick up one of these guys. It is a stein. It is plastic, so I'm sure that Fremont Street wasn't going to allow a bunch of broken glass all over the place.
Right.
But yeah, upon entry, I did get 2 extra at the very end, but they gave us 3. Got like the $40 pass, so they gave us 3 tokens that'll fill up your beer. 2 of them gets you the full 32-ounce stein. One of them is just going to get you a 16 ounce, so about like half of this guy. They did a good job. They did like the full logo, the Oktoberfest 2025 on it. It was a really good time. Yeah, there's a bunch of different competitions. A lot of money was given away.
Yeah. Okay. Tell everybody about the one competition where they're holding the stein and do a little demonstration for us for the YouTubers out there.
I guess. I mean, basically, it was just full 32 ounce. Everyone had 2 of them. They had guy and girl competitions, and you were just holding out like a lateral raise. And that was it. There was the guy that I saw that was up there held it for about 8 minutes or so. I heard that on Sunday when they did the final competition, there was a gentleman that won around $5,000, I believe it was, and he held it up there for about 11 minutes.
Wow. Okay, so a full 32 ounce?
2 of them.
2?
With both hands.
Okay, 1 in each hand, 32 ounce beer, holding it straight out for, would you say how many minutes?
11 minutes.
11
the guy that I saw
minutes.
was 8 minutes, though.
And I mean, that's talent.
Yeah, the girls did really good also. I believe they were about neck and neck with the guys. So there was a lot of happy fake Germans out there on Fremont Street. And
so overall it was a good vibe?
Yes, it was a good time. I saw a lot of people from different schools, like high school and college. A couple of my own personal friends were out there. But I'd give about, on a nice Saturday night when we showed up, give or take 3,500 people.
Wow. Okay.
So it's good turnout.
Okay. Yeah. And this was just one weekend. So this was kind of kicked off the October festivities. So yeah, I encourage, like, downtown has so many great October events, Halloween theme, spooky theme, October, whatever you want to call it. They got it. So check it out online because they do have a lot of great things going on. Okay, so something that we did together, we went to the Universal Horror Unleashed over at Area 15. You did brave this with me. Until you saw The Exorcist, and then I think you started either running or crying. I can't remember, but
I think it might have been both.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fair. Yeah. I did a little of both too. A little bit of running and a little bit of crying. I had to grab tissue, blow my nose quite a few times.
It was good. You did a good job.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about this. This is the new Universal Horror Unleashed. It's relatively new attraction. This is brought to you by the Universal Studios, folks. So this is no joke. This is not your haunted house at the random, travel carnival pumpkin patch on the corner. So, and these guys, this is year round, by the way. So you can go, you don't have to run out today
It is kind of fun to do it around this time of year for obvious reasons, but they're going to be there year round. And, let me just set the scene. And of course, I always post on the socials. I've got this one lined up so you can see our fun video and our time this event. But you walk in and this is a full-blown attraction, you guys. Tickets are starting from, let me back up on the ticket prices. Tickets start from $59 for Nevada residents, $69 regular admission, and $99 gets you unlimited, which means that you can go into the 4 different haunted houses as many times as you want. But with just the one, with your regular admission ticket, you only get into the 4 haunted houses one time. They scan your ticket so they know. And when you walk in, it is very themed. They've got kind of roving actors that are coming out and scaring you, like dead cheerleaders and bride.
I had the most fun with those guys.
I did. I had a good time. I'm an easy target for this stuff. They saw me come in the door and they were gonna have a good time with me. It's all dark and themed. I was really surprised to see that they had restaurants. One that was a whole full service restaurant, and
the performers inside the restaurants as well.
Yeah, all the performers on the side. And they had a couple other little small restaurants here and there. So this is a full experience. You want to spend at minimum 2 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Because you want to go through the 4 haunted houses. Mm-hmm. You want to enjoy the roving characters. And then they do this like ensemble show in the center. It's kind of like,
it's about an hour and a half into us being there.
Yeah, we were there for about an hour and a half when the show kicked off. And it's kind of like a spooky carnival show, if you will.
Pretty much.
Right, yeah. And we did decide to eat in the big restaurant. We actually just got an appetizer and a dessert to just kind of get an idea of what it was like. And it's so cute. Everything's themed, and they serve the food on a shovel, like the head of the shovel. So that's your plate. Yeah. We got like these little chicken drumstick things, and it looked like it had hay, which goes in theme with the scarecrow, the reaping, which is one of the haunted houses.
That's right.
So those
makes a lot more sense now what I was eating.
Yeah, it makes sense. So let me talk about the 4 haunted houses, and each of these are just immaculately done, Hollywood style, if you will, and the actors, the music that they're playing, the air that's being pumped in,
yep,
the lights, and then obviously like the decor is just, it's top notch. I mean, you seriously feel like you're right in a movie. So there's the Universal Monsters is one, which has all like your classic monsters, like the Draculas and the Hunchback and Mummy, sea monsters. It was, yeah. Frankenstein. And then Scarecrow the Reaping. So this is like going through a cornfield, and it was this disheveled, tornado-ridden farm area that was haunted. The other 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which, oh my gosh, the very front of it, so scary looking. There's this guy hanging out in the front, and I couldn't tell if he was real at first or if it was
that was half of the actors and actresses. It was like they stood so perfectly still that sometimes some of them were like fake mannequins and whatnot.
Yeah, but sometimes you didn't know, and I think they kind of wanted you to do that so you can get up.
Of course, right. They want you to get a second look, and then that's how they get. They're gonna
be like, and they get up close. They get in your face. This one guy.
They are not allowed to touch you, and
Yeah, and you're not allowed to touch them.
Yeah.
Okay, the 4th one is Blumhouse's The Exorcist. So
I'll be honest, I didn't even touch it. I looked at it for maybe 2 seconds and was like, hey, the Scarecrow one looks pretty good again. So I said, no, that's all right. I think we'll enjoy our drumsticks on some hay. And
and
then we'll boogie on out.
We opted for a Diet Coke and a drumstick. But to our delight, as we were sitting there enjoying our themed appetizer, they have a screen that plays like 10, 15-minute intervals of all these really great scary films. Mm-hmm. So you can sit there, watch that. And then another little surprise was a performance by the Megan.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with that movie, what is this, the second one they have out now? Megan, I think this is Megan 2, or is this original?
Honestly, I didn't even know there was a Megan 2. But if there's not, the actress that did the Megan doll also was very good. You can tell this is like advanced robot dance class.
I know.
So.
What dance class is that?
Yeah.
I might need to enroll in that. Because, I mean, she was good. She
And this was in the restaurant. I mean, while we're eating, we're drinking, there's other people sitting at their tables, and there was like one little section for her. It wasn't quite in the corner, but it was up against one of the walls. And, she's doing kind of like her robotic movements and whatnot, but she starts to get more interactive with the other tables and the customers throughout the restaurant. It was pretty neat.
Yeah, it was cool. That girl was good. She could have been, the actual actress herself, or if that was a real, or maybe it's probably AI. Anyway, she was great nonetheless. And then afterward, you were able to take pictures with her. So again, I'll post this on all the socials and you can check it out. And feel free to reach out, DM me if you have any questions, comments. And of course, you're going to be checking out a few more things this month. So make sure you're coming back for next week's episode. That does it for us. I want to thank Mason, head of security for Heather's Do Vegas, for coming in. He is co-workers with Sassy, the pug intern. So far, this is the staff, people. You've met the staff at this point.
It's a pretty good looking lineup.
Make sure you are subscribed, rate, review, that you are following me on TikTok and Instagram, and of course on YouTube, where you get to see Mason, head of security, live in person, and me, whatever. You've seen me before. Got me a line. Got any questions about events going on in Vegas in October? I'm your gal. And until next time, make sure you don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Bye, guys.
This was a blast. Be sure to follow Heather Ashley on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Heather's Do Vegas. Share the pod with a friend, and don't forget to rate and review.